Am I the asshole for letting my mother in law call me the wrong name for a decade? My mother in law and I do not get along. Shocker. She, on multiple occasions, has given me a list of women she wished my husband would have married instead of me. She told me I needed weight loss surgery when I was pregnant. I was 5 pounds over my BMI and she has cankles. Also, when I was pregnant, she told me to her friends she had to stay with me so I didn't screw up the baby. Uh, the patience that one must have uh, to deal with such mother-in-laws. The patience. All fun stories for another time. I don't care to have a relationship with her, so I mostly ignore her, and my husband and I make fun of her later. Not entirely healthy, but it is how we cope. When my husband and I were dating, we started getting serious, so we did the whole meet the parents thing. I have a very common 80s girl's name, not hard to pronounce and super easy. My husband introduced me to his parents and everything was fine. A little later, my mother-in-law calls me by the wrong name. Of course she did. Of course she called you the wrong name. Why wouldn't she? Why? Why wouldn't she? No, calling you the right name. No. Why? 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 She doesn't like peace. She likes problems. Yeah. I politely correct her. It's worth noting that my mother-in-law hates to be corrected and told she's wrong about anything. She will literally scream and start rage crying if you correct her on something and insists she's right. Oh Lord. This is exactly what happened. She flees into a rage and screams at me that she knows my name. So you have been called your name your whole life, but she's the one that knows your name. So what is wrong with people? This just a name for this that we say in Portuguese is loucura. She's louca, louca, loucura, completamente louca. É o que ela é, louca, completamente louca. I'm shocked, wide eyes, mouth hanging open like a trout, and everyone else is just acting like nothing is happening since apparently this is a common occurrence. Well, yeah. Her family is allowing her to be behaving like this. That's why she keeps doing it. Years go by. She continues to call me the wrong name. Everyone else calls me the correct name. When my husband is talking to her and uses my name, she says, "Who's that?" To which my husband replies, my wife. Well, this Thanksgiving, the in laws came for the holidays. My 5 years old is learning his safety info for school address, phone numbers, parents' names, etc. I'm quizzing my son so he can get the reward for learning the info. Mother in law is lurking behind us like a snake, which we get to what's mom's name. Mother in law jumps in before my son can answer and says the wrong name like she's beating him at a TV trivia show. So, so she was trying to beat her grandchild with the wrong answer. With the wrong answer. ah, my son looks at me wide eyed open and obviously confused. Partly from the shock of his kindergarten assignment turning into a fast paced game of Jeopardy, and partly because he knows that's not my name. I have to say something at this point, so I ignore mother in law completely and tell my son that's not mom's name. What is it? My son answers with the correct name, and mother in law spends the next couple of minutes insisting she is right. Yeah, yeah, she knows your name. You don't know your name. She's Google now. My husband and I tell her she's not. Instead of exploding, she unexpectedly sulks. Later, we go over to my parents' house. As I setting the table, I see mother-in-law cornering with my mom in a kitchen, grilling her about my name. But what is wrong with this lady? so, so she started by saying your name wrong, got corrected, decided no, she's right, and then years later, one day tell her that no, that's not the name. She's pretending that she believes that this is actually the name. I don't understand that she really fought all of this time that the wrong name was the name, because someone corrected her when it happened first, but she didn't want to listen. Anyways, apparently, mother-in-law was convinced we were lying to her, so she needed to verify with my mom. She insists no one told her my real name. She's living on delusional land. Delusional land, that's where she's at. Because how? So your husband call you by your name, your son calls you by your name. You told her in the beginning that that's not your name and the real name. Everyone around you call you by your name, but she's the correct one. Everybody else is wrong. She's the one. Not even your mom that birthed you and gave you your name is the right one. Oh Lord, Lord have mercy and patience. I'd be lying if I say I didn't enjoy Thanksgiving a little more this year, knowing the mother-in-law thought we were running a 10-year campaign to embarrass her. My husband and I have a lots of laugh about this for the past few months, but recently I told the story to a friend who said I was the asshole for letting her call me the wrong name for a decade, then laughing at her behind her back about it. So I guess my question is, am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole, and you have a shitty friend. This friend is not your friend. She should be upset with the mother-in-law on your behalf for be calling you the wrong name for 10 years. For 10 years, and even after getting upset when you try to correct her the first times, letting her know your real name, what she decided to do, no, continue to call the wrong name, and now got upset about it like it's your fault. No, that friend of yours is not a good friend, first of all, and good for you for having a laugh about it, because I don't know if I would have your patience to accept someone be calling me by the wrong name for 10 years just because she wants to throw a tantrum every time someone corrects her. That's not okay. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments.